up, world? It's your girl T Styles coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. I have a positive message to bring. Today's topic is thinking positive is a thing that you need to practice because it does not happen overnight. I started this journey in April, and it started because of my mentor, Bob Proctor, who had a seminar, 3-day seminar. And at the time that I took the seminar, I was going through hell. I was literally on the brink of insanity. I had been through years of stuff. And it seemed like at that time in my life, it all just, I've had a nervous breakdown before. I came out of that. And people thought that I had lost my mind. Somehow I came out of it. The grace of God is how I came out of it. Years later, I was on the brink of insanity again. I thought I was losing my mind. I was just ready to give up on everything. I was tired. I was mentally, physically drained. I had just had a child, my last child, and I was tired. I was at my wit's end. So I started studying the mind. And one of the things that I learned in studying the mind is positive thinking. And if I could tell you one thing, that is the main thing that you need to understand. Positive thinking. It is not something that happens overnight. So I am here to encourage you to practice thinking positive. When I read my books every morning, I listen to my books every morning. When I first started doing that, so many different thoughts were coming into my mind and I couldn't even focus on the book. And I listen to my books while I'm showering or bathing in the morning for 1 hour every single day. And when I tell you, it was the hardest thing to do, to just get my mind to stop thinking about all the stuff I got to do today, all the stuff I did yesterday, all the things that are going on, all this negativity, all this stuff. I would even say, even Facebook, I had to learn how to control my own mind when I even read Facebook. So I literally have to practice this every single day. It's not something that you're going to get overnight. Of course, as always, I'll give you an example. My daughters and I went to a restaurant the other day on Sunday. And my little one, she's 1 year old. And when I tell y'all, she was tripping. We trying to sit and eat and chill, and she just being a baby. However, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, I told my daughter, Kathy, this girl is embarrassing, man. I'm like, I was ready to get out of there, right? And there was this couple sitting on the couple tables over from us. And I noticed that they were looking from time to time or whatever. And I didn't think anything of it because a little bit of me wanted to say, what y'all looking at? But so I'm going to be honest. But they were checking us out and we continued to eat. And so while we were eating, I decided, let's just end this meal. Waiter, can I have my check and my boxes? Because my baby is driving me crazy. Because she was just being a baby, right? But in my mind, she was tripping. And I told Kat, man, she embarrassing. So, right before we got ready to leave, I'm teaching my daughter positive thinking this day. I try to teach her every day, but I had just had a conversation with her about it. Like how we got our parking space in the front because I thought it when we went to the mall. I literally said to myself, we're going to get a spot in the front. And y'all, I be damned. There was a spot that came open in the front, but another car got it. And just as I was about to think something else, a spot on the left came open right in the front. So I told Kat, I said, see how my thinking, I thought that we would get a spot up front, and we did. As the waiter is giving us our stuff to leave, the couple, this woman, she said, excuse me. I said, yes. She said, your child is very well mannered. I was like, you think so? She said, yes. I was like, well, I don't feel that way. You know what I mean? Actually, we're leaving because I feel a little embarrassed because she's carrying on the way she is. She said, no. She said, my husband and I come out to eat all the time. And when I tell you, your baby is very well behaved, she said, I saw her get a little fussy, but your child is very well behaved. She sat there and she ate for her to be her age. So as we were leaving out, I told Kathy, I said, you know what? As I was sitting there thinking negatively about Berta, someone else noticed something and gave me something positive. And I said, you know what? That helped me because That's what I'm talking about. When you exude positivity, you attract it. So I encourage you to think positively as much as you can in the midst of everything. I went to the gas station before I got here this morning, y'all. I'm in there, and I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I'm trying to get my fruit drinks, my little stuff, and I'm trying to use my food stamp card. And as I'm trying to swipe the thing, the keypad wouldn't work. And the girl at the register who's checking me out, she was like, shit. Mark my words, exactly what she said. Shit, I don't know what's going on with the damn thing. I didn't let it affect me. I looked at her and I said, well, we'll try it again. We tried it again more than once. And I actually only went in there to get my juice. So what I'm saying to you is, as I study and I practice being a positive person, because as I said, this is not something that just magically happens. It's something that I have to practice. I get up. I write 10 things that I'm grateful for with my left hand because it's the hardest thing to do. I read. I listen to my book for an hour a day. I have to put this stuff in my head to allow me to be a positive person. And eventually it becomes a habit. It is not something that just you wake up and, oh, I'm just so positive in my mind. No, that's not how my life is. I have things that happen to me all the time. Not all the time, because I've shifted my thinking. So positive things come my way more. So the more positive that you think, the more positive comes your way. But again, the main thing I want you to take away from today is it is not an easy process, and it does not happen overnight. So you that's at home thinking about the money that you don't have, the house that you don't have, the car that you don't have, the health that you're in, guess what? If you keep thinking about that, you're going to keep bringing that. Those negative people around you, if you keep thinking about them, they're going to keep showing up. So the more positive you become, the more positive things you attract in your life. And that's my word, because it's happened to me. So I'm living proof. And I do these things so that you can understand and see it happening before your eyes. Most of you that's been on this journey with me, you'll see the changes in me. Yes, I've always been a happy person. Yes, I've always been a positive person. But I've always had bad things happen. And it's because of what I was thinking. So, hope you take that today and use it to your advantage, because I'm here to help and give you something back. Because it makes me feel good when I do it. I'm not doing it for anything except for what it does to me in my heart. So, as always, I ain't gonna let nothing stop me. Don't let nothing stop you. Peace and love. It's your girl T Styles.